Hey, great Wednesday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville, Texas. It has been a very, very tiring, very amazing day. I will say that. Very tiring, very amazing day. Had the opportunity to spend all day out at the polls, out at the library, and just a great day. And no, you don't have to adjust the color of of your TVs or your computer screens. I actually am browner today than I have been before the start of early voting. Hey, Joe, my man, thank you so much. Love you, Buck. Steve, thank you. Great to see you. Good evening, Leah. Good evening, God. Tall, dark, and handsome. David, good evening. Frank, it was so awesome to spend all day with you today. I was a little bit concerned. I thought Frank's going to think, man, these guys are cray. Because we had a great old time today, I think. Uh, Good evening, Tony. Good evening. Carlos, where are you? Max, hola, mamá. Pareces un camarón. I feel like one too. Orly, Friday voting open. Yes, Papa, 100%. For the next 2.5 weeks. Good evening. 3 votes for my family. Thank you, guys. We need more than those. Good evening, handsome. That's me. Michelle. Paul, voted around 6:35. Miss seeing you from the library. I was out there. I was probably passed out. Oh no! At 6:35, I left Paul because I had church. Michelle, it was good seeing you today. Eso pareces the Jersey Shore, bien orange. Well, they call me the Brownsville Trump. Voter time, 6 families for all 5 seats. Love you. Good seeing you today. Where is my Peanuts gang? They're coming, trust me. Did you see me on Telemundo wearing your shirt? Yes. For 5 seconds. Hello, Berta. God bless you. Hey, Sergio. I am a little bit tired, but I'm still excited. Drove by and we honked and waved at y'all. Yes. And I appreciate it. Still going home. I'm almost done. Take your time, bro. It's all right. Good evening, Erasmo and the Peanut Gang. Hey, Erasmo, will you be campaigning at other voting locations or just the public library? Look, one of the reasons why we focus on the public library is because the public library is the one place that brings in the most votes. And so that's why, we've thought of having individuals like out there at Southmost Library. And actually, we have a friend that's out there. She's spending some time out there. But the main focus is always, guys, always going to be Central Library. It's like a tradition. And I think that's one of the things that why a lot of people are going to the library to go vote is because, we are creatures of habit. And the habit right now is to, can go to the Central Library to go vote. That's why we've had all those long lines. Look, they opened this big old center out at Paredes Line Road. And again, folks, I'm not discouraging anyone from not going on to Central, to Paredes Line Road, to the event center to go vote. Go vote there, please. And they opened it up because there was going to be a super site, to go vote. And really, it didn't give the number that they were. I believe that they were expecting to have. To have. So yeah, out of tradition, I stay at the Central Library. I mean, look, guys, and let me explain something about elections, guys. I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this week, and people that have stopped by know the reason why I'm going to lose my voice, guys. But we've done what we can do, and by that I said the campaigning was done this past weekend, guys. This out at the library, guys. This is just to show you how much we want to serve you. That's what it is. That's why when people stop by and they see you holding a sign, you waving at people, or your family out there, then people go like, "Ah, no, pues this guy really, really wants it," you know. And also it gives the opportunity for some individuals. But the work we've done for the past 4 or 5 months already, 6 months. My case, I've been campaigning for the past 5 years, so that's kind of different. I'm always on campaign mode. But early voting, being out there, that's for you guys. That is for you. So that you can see us out there, you go, that's the guy I'm voting for. That's the guy that's getting sunburned. That's the guy that's losing his voice because he's out there yelling and screaming and riding his scooter, because you deserve a champion. I just saw the special board meeting. I'm sure you have word about the tech stuff, but at the end, why does this board think giving the super more power better? It boggles my mind. It literally boggles my mind. Because I was at the events at the Central Library. I didn't have a chance, but I am going to go look through it and go do some notes taking tonight. So I'll have some more information in the morning. Guys, it just, look, at this point, is there anything that the district can do right? No. I think what's happened is that they've dug themselves in so deep that there's just no getting out of it. It's just a done deal. And tonight we have the honor of having Anselmo Naranjo with us. Anselmo Naranjo is one of our local attorneys and also a candidate for TSC. So how you doing tonight, my man?
Erasmo, thanks for having me on the show, man. I finally made it on one of these online shows. Does that mean I'm famous now?
Well, not as famous as Erasmo Castro, but
Let me call my grandma. Let me call my grandma and tell her to log on.
and no, one of the things, and Anselmo knows, and everyone, look, guys, anyone that's running for any position out there, you want to come on, come on. We'll talk politics. We'll talk about your race. We'll talk about what's going on in the community. Guys, it's just a conversation, folks. Look, one of the things that I think is important, Anselmo, and I think this is the first time you've run for office, or
It's the first time.
awesome.
It's the first time, and I'm glad that I ran into you today, and we talk because it's been a long time. This campaign started back earlier in the year, and we just everything was put on pause, and so I've been trying to get my opponents on one of these shows so we can debate, talk, see what they have to say, and every time that we try to get close to it, everybody backs out, and I'm the only one standing there, and so. I don't know if it's because they have nothing to say. They don't want to debate. They don't want to talk. They don't want people to know what their platform is. But I'm here. I'm able, ready, willing, and I want to talk. I want to let the people know who I am and what I want to do for the college and the community.
Can someone summarize what went on during the special call board meeting? You and also had a busy day. I can tell you, I know that there was an MOU that was signed today. The MOU, I did get a little bit of snippets, and so I'm gonna go a little quick turn on some before we go into it, just because of
Yeah.
the question. This is what was on the MOU, and listen, folks, because this is what I found very, very, very interesting, guys. The first thing that I found on the MOU was that now BISD is conceding. If y'all recall, y'all remember the superintendent and Dr. Cantu had gone to the city commission in Brownsville and asked for money. Well, first, the city commission said, "Well, we'll think about it." Then we heard that they were going to commit 250,000 of your dollars to go to BISD. Why? Because I guess the city thinks that the board has done an amazing job of handling your money, your tax dollars, in buying expired PPE, in giving the superintendent a raise, in extending the superintendent's contract by a year in the middle of a pandemic. But hey, the city of Brownsville did exactly the same damn thing. Sure as heck did give the city manager a $25,000 raise in the middle of a pandemic. In the middle of a pandemic. You're going to give someone who is earning, in the city manager's case, over $200,000 a year, and in one that's earning over $400,000 a year, almost as much as Anselmo makes.
I wish.
You're going to give them a raise. Does that make sense to anyone? So they've been so good at handling the monies. Well, now the city of Brownsville said, well, you know what? We're going to throw in $250 for BISD. Just the citizens' money. What the hell? Oh, I misspoke. Actually, it's 1 million of your dollars. Because the way they hit it is that, well, 250 now and $1 million in December. So 1.1 and a quarter $1 million taxpayer money, your money, City of Brownsville, is now going to BISD and this superintendent for them to do what they will please from it. Any accountability? Nothing. But wait, it gets better. Well, now there's an MOU where they're going to start the discussion in order for BISD to give away to the city of Brownsville Cummings Junior High. Okay, so now they're going to start to discuss the district, teachers, staff, everyone out there going to give to the city of Brownsville Cummings. It's in the MOU that I will be posting tonight after the show. You can't make this crap up, guys. Unless it gets better. And it does get better.
It always gets better. It always
It
gets better.
always, guys, why? Well, BISD is now going to talk to the city of Brownsville, and I'll read it. The city of Brownsville and BISD may explore the possibility on whether the city can assist with facilities towards BISD's goals of establishing the Performing Arts Center. Do you want me to tell you what that means? I'll tell you what that means. BISD is wanting to give your children an old building for a performing arts center. Because what they're going to discuss with the city of Brownsville is the city of Brownsville giving up. It does get better. It's a broad auditorium. Jacob Brown Auditorium to BISD to sell it and transform that into a performing arts center. The problem with that, folks, you don't deserve a remodeled performing arts center. You don't. You deserve what you were promised. You were taxed $35 million, guys. 35 million of your dollars were taken by this to build a performing arts center. And now they want to give you an old one, a used one. My band directors, my choir directors, my fine arts people, theater. Are you okay with that? O sea que keep on settling for crumbs because that's all you're going to get from BISD with the current administration. Sorry, Sam, I just needed to ask the question.
No worries, man.
What do you think about these MOUs that come apart? Are you familiar with the MOUs?
I know somewhat of it, but I my kids go to school in Los Fresnos, and we were at BISD. They've got great schools. They've got great administrators, great teachers. They just need good leadership. They need a board that's going to step up and do what's right for the community. But that's about as much as I know. BISD. I went to BISD. I know the district has great potential because I'm a product of it. I'm a product of it, and I went to Garza Elementary, down in Southmost. That's where I grew up. I walked all those streets, and Bella Middle School, Oliveira Middle School, Hannah High School. So I went to all BISD schools, and I know they've got great teachers, great administrators. And just recently, I was over at Garza Elementary, and I was the principal for the day.
Oh,
Fantastic people out there. The principal, all the administrators, the teachers, the students. I see I see the potential in all those kids, man. Because I used to sit in those chairs, and I know that they want great things for themselves, and I know the teachers want the same, and the admins want the same for the kids. And BISD is a fantastic district. It was great. It can be great. Just need great leadership.
I agree with you. And one of the things that BISD, and talking about MOUs, one of the things that BISD is very, very well known for is the MOUs that it has with Texas Southmost College, which is the position that you're running for. What type
Mhm.
of relationship? What type of relationship do you see yourself having as a TSC board member with the district?
Yeah, there needs to be more presence at the BISD level. We need more liaisons, more people at the high schools interacting with the kids. The Everywhere you drive in South Texas, there's a new for-profit college opening up. Everywhere you go, you turn around, there's a new one here, there's a new one there, everywhere. What does that mean? That our community college underserving our community? Why are all these kids going over there? We need leadership on the board that's gonna get those kids back to TSC. It's a great school. It was a great school. It still is a great school, but it's got so much potential. There wouldn't be so many for-profit colleges everywhere if we were doing a great job. Something's happening. How are we missing those kids? Where are the people that are supposed to be at the high schools and having those connections with the kids? And then also, we need some more of those agreements at the college level so that kids that want to go to four-year colleges, they can start at TSC. It's affordable and it's right in our backyard. And so if we had more contracts with more four-year colleges, we'd have probably a lot more students in the schools. There's so much stuff going on right now, and those agreements are really important. And so that's what I plan to do when I get on the board. Work with the board, try to get more contracts with the colleges, more agreements, and get more people in those classrooms. We got great teachers over there, and they need kids.
One of the things that I've seen, and I know that she's not your opponent, but one of the things that I've seen is the current board chair at TSC. She is seeking re-election again, and we see a lot of the board members out there endorsing the candidate. They're out there holding signs for the candidate. They're out there pushing to get the candidate back. Do you agree with this type of policy?
I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I mean, the board should be loyal to the community. They're serving the community. They're not serving another board member. Their loyalty lies with the community, the people that put them there, the people that need to go to the college, the people that need those opportunities. And so I just don't understand how that's happening. But and then also 6-year terms. 6 years you're on the board. Why does somebody need to be on the school board for 12 or 18 years? I mean, it makes no sense. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't get that. I'll tell you what I am going to be when I get on the board. I'm going to be the person that's asking those hard questions. I'm not going to, be a yes vote. I wasn't recruited by anybody on the board to run. Nobody told me, hey, run for this position because we need somebody on the board that's going to help us out and vote yes on things or whatnot. And I'm not saying that's what anybody else is doing, but I'm going to ask the hard questions, and people are going to put me in there, and I'm going to make sure that we're accountable for the money that we spend and the things that we do. Absolutely, I think that there needs to be somebody in there that wasn't pushed by other board members to jump in and take that seat. And I've been I've been outspent in this campaign by tens of thousands of dollars. It's a non-paid position. I mean, tens of thousands of dollars are going into these campaigns, and I why I don't know. The community is going to speak, and they know what's going on, and they're going to vote for Naranjo, and we're going to make a difference.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned campaign finance because one of the things that and I'm experiencing the same thing. Look, man, I don't run with vendor money. I don't run with special interest money. There's no big old little group out there, of individuals that have deep pockets that are out there saying, let's get Erasmo. Because my philosophy in this is, at the end of the day, whoever gets voted into office and has been putting their money into those deep pockets has been receiving all those vendor monies that are already serving, per se, the district or any other entity. Then the individual, if they are elected, they're not going to serve the people. They're going to serve special interests. They're going to serve vendors, or they're going to serve their compadres that are already on the board that are pushing them forward. What's your take on it?
Erasmo, I have great friends and great family, and I raised $2,000, and I put in $2,000 of my own money. Okay, now when somebody's spending tens of thousands of dollars on a campaign, I just I don't get it. And wherever this money's coming from, someone is going to have to pay it back somehow. I find it really hard to believe that somebody would spend such a large amount of money for a non-paid position and out of their own pockets. I mean, maybe, some people have a lot of money and that's what they want to do. But if they really had a platform and they wanted to put it out there, they haven't showed their face. I'm calling out either of my opponents. If they want to come out on one of these shows, I'm calling them out now. We had something scheduled recently and everybody backed out. So the fact is that I have the highest level of education on the ballot. I have a doctorate in jurisprudence. I'm licensed by the Texas State Bar, and I practice. I help people here in this community. I'm an immigration attorney, and when I was going to TSC, I had to support my family, myself. I was a realtor for a few years. I sold insurance for a few years, had a few businesses, and a lot of people don't know this about me, but I was also a teacher. I taught at Aldine Independent School District before I went to law school. So I'm an educator, and if you're a teacher, you know the value of higher education. I ask that you vote for me. I was a teacher. I was there once. If you're an attorney, you know the importance of creating policy, analyzing, applying it. And if you're an attorney or you work for an attorney, I encourage you to vote for me. If you're bald, vote for me. If you got hair, vote for me. I mean, I represent this community the best. I grew up here. I went to all the schools here, and I don't think that my opponents were even here, or they didn't go to the same schools that we did. So I'm the best candidate.
Well, again, I've extended the invitation, and guys, if your opponents agree to it, I'll moderate the debate. I mean, I'll be
We
happy.
still have time.
I'll be happy to do it. We could do it tomorrow, man. We could do it later on tonight if they'd accept, because we have that flexibility. And guys, like it or not, I have the audience. I have the people out here that would definitely love to have discussion, an open discussion between the candidates that they are wanting to vote for. And
There's been none. There's been none for TSC. Nothing.
pues open invitation, guys.
Let's do it.
If your opponents, which I'm sure they're listening or going to be listening, if they accept, we could do it tomorrow, Thursday, or we could have it Friday. Let's get down and dirty. Let me tell you, I love forums. I love forums. I had the blessing of participating in 3 forums. And look, it's very simple, guys. Forums are good because you get to see an individual either speaking from the heart or speaking from a paper or teleprompter or a document because they have no concept or clue of what's going on. And look, Anselmo's throwing out the gauntlet. Hey, man, accept the challenge, and I'm offering my platform, guys. Accept it. Look, I had 3 forums with my opponent, and let me tell you, my opponent, well, God bless anyone who saw those forums. They knew that my opponent isn't, qualified for the position, has no concept or clue, has never set foot in a public school, never had a cafeteria meal in her life. Richie Rich, buying these expensive purses, can afford like 20 of them, takes weekend trips to Poland and across the world. It's not it's not a great percentage of the people of Brownsville that they can associate with. So look, guys, forums are important because you test the mettle of an individual. So again, my offer stands, and I know Antonio is one of your opponents,
Yes,
and Antonio has been on our show. I'm going to guess that Antonio would accept. I mean,
that's
I
fantastic. That's
I've spoken
fantastic.
with him slightly. I don't know if your other opponent, Alejandra, would accept. Um, no, no.
I
The,
I think they're afraid to come on the show. I'm just gonna say.
well, and I will say that I have spoken with a
I,
couple of individuals that are supporting her, and I've said she could come on the show if she wants. Said no.
I think Antonio would. I don't know about my other opponent, but hey, here it is. Put it on the table. Let's see what the people think about us. They've got fancy signs, but what do they have to say? What's the message? Nobody knows.
Yeah, a marketing campaign is great. Is great to have, but do you really know what an opponent is out there standing for? So, and I think that's what is important at the end of the day. So again, guys, I have no vested interest in that. I mean, Anselmo's a friend of mine. Alejandra's a friend of mine. Antonio is a friend of mine. So it's not like I'm favoring one individual over the other. Not at all. And the other race with Mr. Cifuentes, guys, please go vote for Jose Luis Cifuentes. I mean, that's an easy one. Adela needs to go. Adela's been there too long. She's been there 12 years. I mean, the only person that she served is herself and Sylvia Atkinson. And look, guys, there's corruption up there at TSC. There's blatant corruption. And Anselmo, I don't know if you saw you've seen a couple of these shows, but I've made mention of it. There's corruption, guys. And the board members that are right now supporting Adela Garza, they know of the corruption. I have text messages from them. Text
There,
messages.
there's good people on the board at Asmo. There are good people on the board, but some people on the board have their loyalties switched. You're supposed to be loyal to the community. You're supposed to
Rich,
serve the community, not
Rich.
not each other.
Oh no, and then you know, it's not the community serving the board members. It's the board members serving the community. And again, I have a text message where a sitting board member claims that it's blatant corruption, because a board member from BISD, who also works at the district, was trying to sneak in a contract. You know, come on, guys. And despite the fact that supposedly the insurance individuals had put money into the board member BISD board member's pocket.
The problem is that the board is supposed to create policy at Asmo, not implement it. That's the president of the school. The school's supposed to do that, not the board. How is the board going to make policy and then implement it and have control of contracts? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. You're kidding me. Wow. An old building for a pack? What a slap in the face. The people that were not taxed to use a old building. Guys,
The taxes were already paid for that building.
guys, you give me my four. You give me five. You're going to see the breaking ground in less than a month for the new Performing Arts Center for the city of Brownsville, for your students, for your children, our students, and our staff. It's stupid. It's irresponsible. It should be criminal for you to be taxed $35 million and then wanting to give you an old building instead of giving you the brand new technology advanced beautiful building that I've showed you the plans for, because I have the plans for the building that they were promised you. They lied then, they lie now. If you vote these people back into office, they will continue to lie to you in the future. There's no choice, guys. No choice. Talking about money, Antonio, how's y'all's tax base up at TSA? Tax revenue.
I'm sorry, you're cutting off.
Your tax revenue.
The
Are we receiving enough money from TSC in order to fund itself?
I think the school is receiving enough money. I think that there has to be a better way to spend it so that the students and the community are better served. I think that's what's going on. I think that the money that we're getting from taxes, we can get more, and that would be fantastic. I mean, everybody wants more money to run their organizations or the college, but the fact is, people don't want to pay more taxes. The school's getting money to operate. They need to know how to spend it the right way, and that's what we're going to do.
Well, one of the measures that one of your opponents has proposed is in regards to making TSC tuition-free institution. uh, uh, Tuition-free institution. One of the things that I've been concerned with about TSC for many, many years is how they seem to lower rates, tuition rates, very close to when election season is coming.
Mhm.
Como diciendo, this is what we've done. Is no tuition a goal that can be reached? What can be done in order to lower tuition at TSC and Salud?
Yeah, that's going to be really tough, Erasmo. I'm all about higher education, and I want people who have the need to be able to go to school. I got student loans when I went to school, and I had to pay that back, and that gave me value in the degree that I was able to obtain. So there has to be some skin in the game. I would love for there to be free college, but we're far from that. We're very far from that. I want everybody to get an opportunity to have higher education, and there are those people out there that qualify, and there's Pell Grants. People get to go to college for free all the time, but just clear across the board, I think that's going to be very difficult, and I don't know that we can get to that point. I think that when the tuition discounts are there, they're there for a reason. There's a pandemic where people can't afford books, they can't afford a number of things, but the school cannot afford to have free college. Where are we going to get the money from? There are opportunities out there. We can bring money down to the valley, and we can create more opportunities for those people that want to better their family impact, better education, and we can get there. But I think free college for everybody is a little difficult, especially down here with the money that we're raising in taxes. I think it's going to be very difficult. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. I'd love my kids to go to college for free too, but it's tough.
It is, and I think one of the things that again, it's a goal. And let me say that there's always opportunities. We don't know what's going to happen after this pandemic. We don't know if there's going to be any other scholarships, other awards, other reliefs for a lot of our colleges and higher education who are also taking a big blow in regards to it. Talking about the pandemic that we're experiencing, one of the measures that TSC has taken is in regards to having limited or no face to face. What is your take on sending individuals back onto campus?
I want people to be safe. During this whole pandemic, I I didn't go to anybody's house. I didn't knock on anybody's door. I didn't leave any pamphlets. I would hate to go to somebody's house and get somebody sick. I've got parents and I've got grandparents, and they're hunkered down at their house, and I don't want anybody going over there and knocking on their door. With regard to the school opening back up, everybody I talk to, they want to go back to school. This is a little different than BISD. BISD, we've got children in there, and their parents are making those decisions for them. At TSC, we've got grown-ups. We've got kids that I have the mental capacity to make those decisions for themselves. If you're going to go to school, wash your hands, social distance, wear your mask. And a lot of kids want to go back to school. A lot of adults that are going to TSC want to go back to school. They want the schools open back up. I'm all about opening up if it's safe, and everybody has to be there. If they've got administrators working from home, but they want to open up the schools, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. The people that want to open up the schools need to be there. The students want the schools open. There has to be a way to provide some kind of safety mechanisms for the kids. Give them some of that PPE, put sanitizers everywhere. Let them go back to school. A lot of people want to go. A lot of people want to open up TSC. BISD is a little different. I know that. But as far as TSC, they just need to have preventative measures, PPE, and let the kids go back to school.
Why do you hate Minerva? Because let me right off the bat, I don't hate Minerva. She's repulsive to me. I don't hate Minerva. What caused all the problems? She filed a false police report against me. She stated that I had sex with a student in the car. Let me tell you, folks, that's not something you bounce back from. You can accuse me of anything you want. I don't care. But don't accuse me of something as stupid and vile as that when she knew it was not true. But all she has is baseless rhetoric in regards to rumors, and she knows it wasn't true. But she wanted it so desperately to be true. It is stupid. And what did she do to you? Filed a false police report against me. And then she had Baltasar Salazar, the board attorney, push forward a measure in regards to me cocoreando over there with students and crap. Again, I would not be very as vocal as I am about it if there was an ounce of truth to it. But again, you have to understand these people want to protect the titty. I'm sorry, I couldn't find a better word for it, but that's what they want to protect. Look, they're banking, bro. They're banking. They bleed the district for with contract money. They bleed the vendors for more money in order to give them contracts. That's what they're protecting. That's why Drew is so adamant in regards to already exposing the individuals that she wants back on the board serving with her. Because those are the individuals that will continue with the corrupt political system that's flowing through BISD. Look, you don't believe me? They're the same individuals that Baltasar Salazar, the board attorney. Nothing against attorneys, Anselmo. The board attorney is endorsing, encouraging people to vote for. He wants to protect his $325,000 salary for 4
How much does he make?
$325,000 a year.
Where can I apply for that job?
There might be an opening.
That's nice, man. That's real nice.
There just might be an opening after November the 3rd, guys. For 4 hours of work. A month. A month. Because in the Harvard jobs, he hires other people, which still the district pays for. He's like a glorified supervisor. $325,000 a month for 4 hours of work. Goodness gracious. I should have been an attorney. I didn't know y'all made
It's,
that much
ne-
money, Elmo.
it's never too late.
I didn't know y'all made that much money, Elmo.
Oh, I I wish, man. I wish. Somebody sent
And
me a
how?
message. So somebody sent me a message, and they said uh, 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 Biden only wants to tax people that make over 400,000. That includes doctors, lawyers, and I don't know what. So hey, lend me $20. I said I wish I made 400,000. Are you kidding me?
uh, it's still not late to donate to campaigns. So, should I be sending you an email?
Jeez.
Oh yes, it's there. And how come so many people are scared of her? It's not. It's again. It's the reverse form of government, guys. Look, a board should serve the people. They are public servants. They're not gods. They're not kings. The only king in Brownsville is Erasmo Castro. I'm I am the king of all local social media. You all know that. That's not that's not echandomela, that's just the damn truth. It's
You're
okay.
missing your you're missing your crown.
I know. I keep telling people that. Guys, it's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. I mean, how else are you going to be informed of what's going on in the city of Brownsville? The Brownsville Herald? It's a piece of trash. Trash! Channel 4 and Channel 23? They're trash. Trash. But you got me. So, guys, let me tell you, that's where the roles get inverted. Government is not of the boards, by the boards, and for the boards. It's of the damn people, man. It's of the damn people. This is your government. This is your city. That's your community college. This is your district. You are the chiefs, not the people that are sitting on the damn boards. You have the power. Empower yourself. Empower your coworkers, man. I don't know why so many people at the district are afraid of La Pingüina Minerva Peña. I don't know. I mean, she's ugly. She doesn't look anything like her damn posters of her high school picture that she took when she graduated in 1947. You know? Fea la vieja. But, guys, I don't know. I don't get it. I said, but why do people fear board members?
I don't think it's a fear, Erasmo. I think that it's hard to get your message across without spending an incredible amount of money. You know, if I had $40,000 to put into this campaign, you bet that my message would be out there in every sort of forum and paper and everywhere. But it's hard to get your message out, when you don't have $40,000 to run a campaign. I mean, how do you get in front of every single person that votes?
Erasmo Castro.
Yeah.
Here. No, Mike, I liked you before. I don't like you that much anymore. I was never her best friend. Tengo malos ratos, bro. No tengo malos gustos. But it is a problem, Mike. A lot of the staff are afraid of Minerva Peña. Talking about staff, Anselmo, have you had the opportunity, during this extended race of yours, to have conversations with TSC staff to see what are their concerns, what are their worries, what are their needs?
Yeah, a lot of people are worried about the COVID-19. A lot of people are worried about getting sick. There's people need money. Everybody's suffering right now. The students, the staff. I mean, it's hard for everybody. Look, I'm an immigration attorney, and I the borders are closed. People can't come into the country. I can't help my clients. My hands are tied, and so everybody's suffering. Everybody's having a hard time, and I think that's their biggest concern. This COVID-19 has really thrown a huge wrench in our normal everyday lives, but everybody's coping, and the staff just needs good leadership. They need good people in the administrators, and they want a good board that is going to make the best decisions for them, the students, and the community that needs to be served. I know there's a lot of people that need help, and so that's, I think, the biggest thing that I got back from speaking to staff and speaking to students at the college. Um, COVID-19, man.
Yeah, it's on the mind of everyone. Do you plan to move your children to BISD? Sounds like you don't trust us at the end of the day. Why should, or let's say, why would you
Oh,
move your students to out Los Fresnos?
that's a question for me. So I my kids were in BISD for a long time. They have fantastic schools. They have amazing administrators. I've yet to meet a teacher or a BISD employee that is not focused on giving their kids their all and the best. I moved to Los Fresnos because I sold my house in Brownsville and I had a good opportunity here. The schools in Los Fresnos are fantastic, also great teachers, great administrators. Um, my wife loves BISD, and Los Fresnos were torn, but I can't send my kids to BISD. I live in Los Fresnos. And so that's kind of why my kids are here. But both school districts are fantastic. I would have my kids in either or. Everybody does a fantastic jobs. My kids went to Benavides. Great teachers, great principal, administrators, everything. I mean, that, but that's what my kids are in Los Fresnos and not in BISD.
Uh, Norma, Anselmo is running for TSC Board of Trustees. Let's see, Anselmo, we got you. Get rid of Granny Godmother.
Hey,
Let me
Eder,
say,
Eder is the man. Eder is the
yeah,
man. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I want to do what's best, and every time that I see Eder, we always start talking about TSC. We talk about the schools. We talk about the presidential campaign. He's involved. He knows a lot, and yeah, I want to do what's best. I want to do what's best for the community, and I want to do what's best for the school. Um, I just saw, man, there's a lot of people on here. That's awesome.
let me say, and I'll
Wait, it says it's the question by Rodriguez. Didn't you just answer that? You said you're the king, no?
yeah. I'll answer your question. Very simple. I'm the only choice in place 5. I'm the only individual who will actually work for staff. I'm the only individual who has interacted with staff daily while I already served on the board. They know what they get with Erasmo Castro. I mean, they know in regards to performing job duties as a board member. Now, the circumstances are very, very different, Richard, because of course my opponent's going to go out, well, Erasmo resigned from the board. I mean, look, guys, that's the way life is, guys. I mean, you know it. That's the way life is, Richard. And she doesn't know because she's lived a very protected, very privileged little life, being so rich. You know, things are easy for individuals that are rich. They're not easy for individuals that grew up in the hood, that grew up in Brownsville, Texas. O sea que 98.5% of the people here in Brownsville, because we still live in the poorest community in the nation, guys. So that is why you should vote for Erasmo Castro, because Erasmo Castro can empathize with you. Erasmo Castro has been with you for the past 7 months during this pandemic, once, twice, even 3 times a day to keep you informed, to keep you protected, to fight for your rights. That's why you should vote for Erasmo Castro, the only candidate for place 5 for any other position. Voted today for AOB endorsed candidates. The best choice. Thank you, Connie. God, I love you. Honestly, I didn't even know about TSC politics. Um, Again, all positions are important. The college is important because we're taxed, guys. We are taxed, and the TSC
Not a
receives.
lot of people know that. Not a lot of people know that TSC's got a board and that there's elections, and they've always been kind of, like small elections, never on a general election ballot that I can remember. So, I mean, there's so many people now that are becoming informed of TSC because we're on the general election ballot. And if none of the people on the ballot in our race have the majority, which is 51%, we still have to go to a runoff. And that's the week before Christmas or the week after Christmas. So the fight's not over.
I hope you win my daughter's statement.
Yes, sir. We're working hard.
How you? And thank you so much, Lorenzo. You're an angel to me, man. I really and you're amazing. Not only because of the raspas today, but you're amazing because your words they encourage me, man. They encourage me. They give me strength, and I greatly appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Papa. Anyone who cares,
Erasmo, I didn't get a raspa. What happened?
You were gone that time.
I'm gonna call Beatrice. I'm gonna call Beatrice.
Anyone who cares about our public schools has to also care about our community college. Yeah,
Yes.
we have such great opportunity to intertwine both of them. It's just an amazing, amazing opportunity. So yeah, Erasmo Alejandra Aldete is a vote for Adela Garza. Adela Garza hired Sylvia Atkinson at TSC. Pura ratas. Richard Rodriguez, if you would have been watching the show, you would know why Erasmo is the only choice. Preach. I think he has. But I don't mind the questions, guys. Again, I'll answer any question. Like I've stated, may not like as long as the question isn't disrespectful, isn't as long as it's not disrespectful, guys. You better believe you ask your questions. I'll answer anything, and I don't have to be like my opponent, getting the answers given to her by somebody else. You ask me crap on the fly, I will respond on the fly. Oh my God, Carlos.
Carlos, what's going on?
2-1. 2-1.
Que no le digan, que no le mientan.
You were saying, Sebo?
Yeah, somebody was just talking about the schools. If you love BISD, you have to love TSC. We're one of the same, man. There has to be that connection. TSC has to be present at our schools, and we need to get those students here. Have a fantastic college, great staff. They can learn a ton, affordable education, and then move on to a four-year college. Or if they just want to get a technical degree, a certificate, that's the place. I mean, I just don't know why there's so many for-profit colleges everywhere. I've asked people, why is that happening? We're not serving the community.
Anselmo, when you win, would you audit the hiring of Sylvia Atkinson and her expenditures?
I think that's way above my pay grade. I think there's a lot of other more qualified people that'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Because he's supported by BSD teachers and administrators. Administrators have their children take pictures with him and post them publicly on Facebook. He has eyes and ears throughout BISD. Let me tell you, and everywhere else too. Get rid of Granny. I'm hoping you're referring to.
Eder, we need to get all of your friends and all of your family and everybody you help, man. We need to get them out there to vote. We need to get them out there.
That's right.
And I know Eder Hernandez is working it. I know. I'll speak for myself. I know Eder Hernandez is very supportive of our campaign, and I appreciate it. I know that he's contacted people, and I know he will continue to contact his people to contact their people. So, again, thank you, Eder Hernandez. To me, You are number one, Dr. Hernandez. Number one. The
Number
people
one.
that are not here facing the people, I think they expect to get the vote. No, bitch it up. Let me tell you guys, can't answer the questions. Can't stand the fire, get out. Can't stand the fire, get out of the kitchen. Can't stand the heat. I'm gonna say it right.
Más o menos, ahí vas.
And that's what the district just put a ton of money into transforming Cummings into Kate School to just give it away. What the hell, guys? I'm not making this stuff up, guys. I'm going to post it after the show. I'm going to show you where they're trying to give away Cummings or part of Cummings to the city for the zoo, and give you an old building for a performing arts center. Hey, Chulo, did you hear about that, Carlos?
Oh yeah, I had the actual. I guess the.
MOU?
Sorry. I guess the. I guess I'm important again, Erasmo. Anselmo, I don't know if you knew that I was important before.
Oh yeah, you're getting the emails now and the messages.
Yeah, I'm getting the people calling me now again. I guess I'm informed again now. I'm not the fired, like my opponent says, the fired fire chief. Like what he said, my little girls, the fired fire chief with orange uniform. Thank you, Eddie. But my kids will never accept your friend request. But I guess I'm becoming a little bit more important now. And so we had the out of town city manager call mutual friends to ask me if I would support in giving away the CTE or the Cummings building to the city so they can build up their zoo. I said, I'm not in that position right now to decide anything, especially if it's not in the best interest of the school district. Doesn't matter what the city wants. Doesn't matter what Noel Bernal wants or the commission wants. It's what's in the best interest of the school district and its stakeholders. So, yeah, I did hear a little bit about it, Osmo. Maybe not in the, across the table talks, but maybe behind the scenes talks. Kind of, you call this person who knows this person to tell this person what I want. But Noel Bernal, if you want to talk, we can talk November the 4th and see what's in the best interest for the school district, not the city politics.
Yeah.
Is that what
Well,
you're talking about, Erasmo?
yeah. One of the things that I've stated, guys, look, guys, because this thing with the Cummings had actually been brought up while I was on the board, and I said, look, guys, if you're talking about fair market value, I mean, let's talk. Let's talk. There's not. Look, I love Brownsville. I love the zoo. I want there to be something that works for both of us. But don't think that because the city is now, pulling BISD out of a pinch to give Sylvia Atkinson more money. Don't think that it's going to be okay to now give away part of Cummings for a crappy old building that's falling apart that needs millions and millions of dollars in renovating that will never be what was promised to our people. Look, guys, fulfill the promises that were made to our people. Our people were promised a performing arts center, a new performing arts center. That's what has to be built, not a remodeled building, not a building that's going to need millions of renovations. It might not even be what our band directors, our choir directors, our theater department may not even be what they need. Guys, we don't need an arena. We don't need a stage. Our people need a performing arts center. They were promised, they were taxed. It will be built. It will be built. But let me
And
tell
that,
you, it won't be built with these people. It won't be built with my opponent. It won't be built with little Eddie. It won't be built with Denise. It won't be built with Minerva. She's already said, and Philip has already said, Minerva and Philip Cowan have said in a facilities meeting, along with Drew Brown, forget it. No performing arts center. But now that election time is on the move, like we were talking to with Anselmo with with lowering tuition right before elections, then everything starts to become magically appear. Guys, when do you know that board members are lying at BISD? Once they start moving their lips.
Erasmo, and we will not settle for crumbs. We won't settle for crumbs for our people. We will not settle for crumbs from the current individuals who are making the decisions at TSC. We need to stop this. We had Adela Garza across the street talking smack about our campaign in front of us. She hired Sylvia Atkinson, who stole millions of dollars from our kids at BISD, and she hired her at TSC. She allowed the snake to come in not only to the school district because she backed her up, but she allowed her to come into TSC, where she also stole millions from our TSC students. Notice the chain? The common denominator is Adela Garza and Sylvia Atkinson. That needs to stop, Anselmo. This is the reason that people are going out to you and wanting to put their trust in someone who has no ties to these individuals, because our students, whether they're adult students or minors, are tired of being ripped off by these individuals who only look within themselves and their pocketbooks to benefit the select few, Anselmo. This is the reason why there is so much uproar, not only in the school district, but in the county, in the city, and now at TSC. This is the reason that people want change, and this is the reason people want new people to go out there and do the right thing for me as a parent who has a first year student at TSC and a middle schooler at BISD. We are tired.
I hear you. And we were talking, and Erasmo and I were talking earlier, and I mentioned 6-year terms for TSC Board of Trustees. That's a really long time, and having somebody on the board for so long, how do we know that the most innovative and the most up to date and a policy is being created, and you've got the same people there for a long time, and things are just the way that they are, and they stay that way for another 6 years until it's almost time for re-election, and then some of the things change. This is what we're doing, and then they get elected for 6 more years, and I mean, it's they're long terms, and yeah, there needs to be new blood. There needs to be new people on the board, and you need somebody on there that's going to ask those hard questions for sure.
And I agree with you, Anselmo. And not only that, but it's like you taste something and you don't like it. What do? You spit it out. In this case at TSC, we voted someone in. We do not like it, but yet we have to wait 6 years to spit it back out. Then you have board, or in this case, TSC chairman, or I don't even know what are they called, Anselmo. I might be not saying the correct term, but anyway, the leaders at TSC, whether trustees or what they are. But you have individuals going out there and campaigning for the same individuals that want to come back. So you create this culture of no change. We're not going to change it. We're going to continue going in the same circle over and over and over. And we're going to continue putting the same people in the same positions over and over and expect a different outcome. It's enough. We had enough of these individuals, and we've had enough of no progress, no attention, no regard to who is most important. It's not the people that are there that are voting in. It's the people that we service, which are students and the parents.
Yeah. What do you want a board for if everyone is if everyone that's on there now wants to keep the same people that are on there? That's like one person voting. You need to have new blood. You need to let the community make that decision instead of the board members influencing somebody else's race because They want everything to stay just the way that it is. I think it should be independent. There's no need for board members to be supporting other board members and saying I'm loyal to the president, it doesn't make any sense. There needs to be change, and hey, it's time. We've got 3 weeks. Get the vote out.
That's right.
Well, guys, and look, guys, one of the things that I think is very important out there for anyone that's listening, guys, you have to have the opportunity, to have conversations with the individuals that you elect into office. There has to be that open door policy, but not that open door policy that is only offered to you 6 months before an election. An open door policy, the entire 4 years, 6 years, 3 years, whichever it may be. Anselmo, how good are you at open door policies with people who are going to want to cast their votes for you?
I manage a law firm with tons of clients, and I help a lot of people. I've got a big staff, and my door's always open. And I downsized to a smaller staff, so now we're all in one big room. So my door is definitely always open, and they know that. But I am all about leadership, and you can't lead unless you get the people that are working with you to talk to you, to tell you what's happening on the ground. You need to know what's going on, not up there in your tower, but down here where everybody's working. And so open door policy for sure. Anytime anybody wants to call me, my telephone number's online, my email address is online. I mean, I'm there, and I have to answer. I've got my phone with me. I probably answer at least 100 calls a day from clients, from my staff, from the court, from everywhere. So open door policy for sure. You can't just be up there in your ivory tower. You gotta be down on the floor working with everybody else.
I think both Minerva and Eddie Photoshop their campaign signs. Minerva looks young. You want to see a side-by-side picture of her campaign poster and what she actually looks like now? Go to my Twitter. I actually posted a picture like that like an hour ago. Why? Because I'm Erasmo Castro. That's why. What's up, Erasmo? Good luck. Thank you, David. Love you. How many people voted today? Today, 6,000 at BISD. We had 6,532 people. I'm sorry, in the Cameron County, we had 6,532 people in Cameron County. 651 voted for the district. And do you have the amounts for TSC?
Yeah, I'm looking them up right now. I just got an email from the county.
Let's see if I can find them first. Te voy a ganar, te voy a ganar, te voy a ganar. Oh crap, I can't find it.
Okay.
Me vas a ganar. I got it.
There was 5,241.
Casi te gané. Yeah.
Pinch Coke, you owe me a Coke, Erasmo.
Oh, it's weird, but actually there were more people voting at TSC than voting for BISD. No, I'm lying. No, more BISD, right?
I think we've got a bigger area.
Oh, that's right. I'm so dumb.
Yeah, we've got a bigger area. Port Isabel, the island. We go up to Rio Hondo.
Yep. Rio Hondo! Hey, Carmen.
Carmen, hey.
Avanzar Salazar's candidates are Minerva Peña, Daniela Valdez, Denise Carter, Jessica Gonzalez, and Little Eddie. Do not vote for those puppets. No! Send them to hell. Mr. Naranjo's wife is an awesome Girl Scout leader, mom who continued helping the troop at Benavides even after her children moved to Los Fresnos. Awesome.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. My wife is fantastic, man. She does so much. Luckily, she has the opportunity to help my kids and keep them in organized activities. And Miss Martinez is a fantastic teacher down at Benavides also. And like I said earlier, that school's fantastic. We love BISD. I absolutely love it. We've been here for about almost like a year and a half, and we miss the teachers and we miss the admins, and Ms. Martinez is great also. Thank you, Ms. Martinez.
And let me say, so we're talking about Girl Scouts. Let me make this very, very clear, guys. People need to understand that Erasmo Castro at times is going to be sarcastic and satirical. Just who we are, guys. I mean, art thou not entertained? And I got a vest from the Girl Scouts, but not directly from the Girl Scouts. You know where I shop. I bought it at the thrift store for $1.91. $1.91. And it matched the meme that someone had made of me in a little Girl Scout uniform. It was satirical, guys. Goodness gracious! Oh, Erasmo. Oh, the Girl Scout satirical. Great family.
Thank you.
Too late. I already voted. Oh, let me say, like, one of the things that differentiates TSC from BISD is that TSC races, if there is no clear-cut winner that gets more than 50%, they will go into a runoff. So there might be that possibility, someone is not going to win it straight out. We'll have to go through a runoff. And look, we should get the opportunity to speak to some candidates.
And they can also tell their friends and family to go vote now that haven't voted yet.
I was gonna say that, Anselmo, it's never too late, because let's say Eli gets better information, they can always say, you know what, they can offset their vote. I voted for someone and I made a mistake in voting for that person. I'm gonna get 2 more people, so I'll offset that negative vote and then have a positive vote for you. So it's never too late. You can always bring 3 other people, 4 other people, or 5 other people, and make sure that you squash that bad vote that you made. So it's never too late, Eli.
For sure. I see that nobody's heard anything about the TSC candidates. I'm here. Ask me whatever you want. I'm ready. And everybody else, nada. They're MIA. I did see the parade. There were nice cars, fancy flags, but I mean, what is that going to run TSC? Is that going to create policy? Is that going to help our community? Maybe the kids and the adults. I like classic cars. Maybe we could put them out there in front of the school, attract more kids or something. Who knows?
Amen. A good response to that. Thank you, Frank. Love you. Love TSC. Me too. And that's what you have proven yourself as a supporter of educators and students. I voted for you. Love you. Me too. Isn't this vendor money like gambling, playing bets on who gets the position? To a certain point. But one of the things that Anselmo has made mention earlier, look, guys, part of the problem is you, the voters. And the problem is you, the voters. Because at times, guys, the voters se dejan llevar with all the fancy stuff. All the stuff that I can't afford, man. But I can't afford a big billboard.
Hey, you put all your marbles in one spot, man. Hey, never know.
Guys, it's the damn cookies. They made damn cookies.
They made me do it. The cookies.
It's all that sugar rush I ate. Guys, let me say that, we can't afford $40,000 campaigns, man. I'm spending $15,000 on this race, I think, maybe less than $15,000. And I know that little Eddie was out there. Well, Erasmo said that nobody should run a race with more than $5,000. And I'm sticking to it. No one should run a race more than $5,000. There shouldn't be a reason to, man. As long as we have the forums and we have the technology, no one should be spending more than $5,000. But let me tell you something, guys. There's one thing that I learned. guys, sometimes you have to play at their level. Sometimes you have to go that little extra mile. And I'm not
I'm
talking.
sorry,
I'm not.
Erasmo, I cannot sink to that level.
Well,
I'd be on my knees.
well, yeah, you have to be like bien agachadito, guys. But what I'm referring to, guys, is you have to play the game. It's a game, guys, and you know it's a game. Politics is a game. You have to play it smarter than they do. You have to play it smarter. And look, after this is my sixth race that I've run, sixth race, and let me tell you, I've learned from each and every one of them. I've learned to whereas now, ahora no me la cuentan, no me la platican. I know what's going on, guys. I'll give you one example. I was talking to one of the candidates, one of the younger candidates, you know, great guy. And he was telling me, and I told him, I said, allá andaba una politiquera, una ventada Verónica, una gordita que anda ahí para arriba y para abajo y que she goes to all the candidates. Dame lana, dame $800, yo te trabajo una semana. She'll
Well,
go to candidates. Y'all know who I'm talking about, guys, right?
yeah, she said that Cowan paid her $1,000 a week.
Y'all know, that's what she does. She's una politiquera, guys. Well, and I went to this young man and I said, guy, ten cuidado con esa vieja porque esa vieja te va a tumbar lana. That's all she's going to do. Te va a tumbar lana. Me dice el camarada, dice, no, hombre, ya me tumbó un frego de lana. And I'm going like, don't give her any more money. She's a damn politiquera. Her and that Mundo Flores guy and that other guy, what's his name? That tengo 500 votos. Y Ramiro, tengo 300 votos. Tengo 300 votos. Shut up. That guy couldn't put 3 votes together if he put everyone.
Erasmo, what's the phone number? What's the phone number?
Hey, I want to get paid $1,000 a week too, man.
No, este quiere los 300 votos.
Hey, Anselmo, yo te doy 300 votos, ¿me das $1,000?
No, pero, I mean, these
¿Tú
people.
también, Erasmo? $1,000?
Give Anselmo a rasta. No.
Hey, de limón.
Y si había de limón.
Así como la que le gusta mi tío Simón. You need to get raspa over there.
It's funny, pero sí nos trajo Lorenzo unas de limón.
Oh, right. You know what? I was surprised that I was at the library with you, and I was there for about like an hour during lunch and an hour like about 4 o'clock. And every time that I was there, about 8 people stopped to give Erasmo chicken, raspa, aguas naturales, más natural, más natural. Like they dropped out stuff left and right, even tamales.
That's right. From McAllen.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, Dr. Ena Hernandez is going to take us food.
Nice.
No falta el elote en vaso.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. No, thank you. Nos llevaron un mostachón.
Yeah.
I mean, we had food everywhere. Pizzas. We got pizzas today again.
Erasmo, you even went out to give pizza to Anselmo's, contrincante. And they refused.
No, hey, everybody's great. All the opponents are great. Everybody's great. We don't hate anybody. It's politics, and we're working hard to serve our community. And there's nothing wrong with giving my opponent some raspa or a bolis. I mean, that's fine too.
And I see that's one of the things, and I'm glad you said that, Anselmo, because guys, that is one of the things that a lot of y'all, you don't experience until you run. But some of these newer people, like my opponent, and that, yeah, because she's a little rich girl, and the other people, a little Eddie, anda así como muy reservado. Guys, it's politics, man. But with everybody else, it's like with Mr. Jaime Diaz. Hey, man, I mean, we're having a great conversation with everyone out there. because that's different, guys. The politics has been done. The only thing that with this extended early voting, it gives people an opportunity this week to continue politicking and maybe some of next week, guys. But usually in normal times, the politics are done and early voting, by early voting, most people are already decided.
Yeah.
So again, it's a smaller number, guys. So the camaraderie, we're in the trenches together. We've fought hard. We've gone after each other. It needs to slow down during early voting because then you give your opponent a bottle of water if they need one. You know, you give them a
Sure.
raspa unless
Yeah.
I have. We say we
Raspa,
have to.
leche. Look, I deal with that day in and day out at the courthouse. We've got clients that we're going against each other, and and sometimes things get heated. But at the end of the day, you still have to work with that attorney on another case. So we keep it amicable, and you're friends at the end. And it's the same thing with the politics. You didn't jump in here to. Oh, there you go.
Mr. Guevara. I love Antonio. He's a good guy.
Yes, I had the opportunity to listen to him with he was on, I think, on Real Politics,
Yes.
and yeah, fantastic guy. I mean, smart guy. He's doing great things, and I wish him the best.
Would you ever consider running against Minerva, and would you be able to work with her? Let me tell you guys, I was going to run against Minerva. That was my plan. That was my goal. But again, the issue is that my opponent's family opted to, do a little political move, and I felt that there was no respect, and so that is the reason why I decided to run for place 5. With that said, would you be able to work with her? Of course I can, because again, guys, let me tell you something. I am going to be the board member that is going to be on the board to serve the community. And the community doesn't want board members to go out there attacking other board members. That is what we need to teach these people. Because while I was on the board, they came after me with police reports, with grievances, with everything. But again, I'm going to give them the opportunity of plausible deniability because of now they won't have Sylvia Atkinson to deal with because she's going to straight to jail. She is going to be found guilty and she's going to straight to jail. She should go straight to hell. Actually, she should go straight to the PI bridge and just with a one-way ticket out there. But that's just my take on it. So, can I work with anyone on that board? Yeah, but I know that I'm working with my 5, so I'm going to be good. Fresh
You have to
ideas.
be able to. You have to.
Yeah, have to.
You have to be able to work with the board, because in the end, what is one person going to do? You're not going to do anything. So you got to be able to check your feelings at the door, and go into those board meetings and share your ideas and work with them and try to get something accomplished that's going to better the schools.
I knew they wanted it for the zoo, wanted not to happen. Make it a historical school building. The thing is, I love the zoo. Give BISD the cash, but not an old building. No way, Jose. I'm sorry, guys. Not on my watch. I will not. Come on, Jimmy! Jimmy from Port Isabel! Love you, Jimmy! My daughter's getting basics and reading because her chosen pathway is not available here. How sad. Oh, and that's another one of the issues.
We need those contracts. We need those contracts with the big schools. Why don't we have them all? What are we waiting for? We need the
See,
contract so that the people that want to go to college can start here and jump to a 4-year college. The programs have to be available. Why are they not available? What's the holdup?
you want to tell you, Anselmo? Because I was involved with some of those dealings. I made sure that I was present in some of those dealings. We had individuals from TSC and some people from BISD who only wanted I guess, a deal between TSC and BISD. We had Texas A&M who wanted to come in here and be part of BISD, but yet we had Sylvia Atkinson and the rest of her cronies and TSC current board members and who are seeking re-election who refused, who were forcing BIZ to only put themselves in alliance with TSC, yet blow off a huge university like Texas A&M. That's the reason that we are not having these extra programs or these big schools to come in here and offer more programs for our kids. That's the reason. It was politics. It
Yeah.
was
We need to stop playing politics. We need to stop playing politics with the future of our students, community. There's no place for that. I mean, you want what's best for everybody.
right.
Guys, Paquito, just to answer this question, you can vote anywhere. Anywhere in Cameron County, you can vote early voting. Anywhere. Please go out and vote. Go take your primo, your tío, your abuela, even that uncle that you don't like, take him too. Please. And if you don't want to,
Was that the fajita bandit?
yeah, it was a Paquita Bandit.
Ya salió.
And let me tell you, Paquita Bandit, if you don't want to take the tío borrachito, call me, I'll take him. ¿Dónde va a ser el celebration cuando gane? Les aseguro que van a ganar. I'm going to be a Jack in the Box. Which one is the real Carlos? He's changing. I love you. Thanks to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes. Okay. Jimmy! Thanks to Arnold Schwarzenegger, I was able to do curbside voting. Yes. Jesus, an altar boy from another dimension. No. I'll still say your Cookie Scout best matches a kilt. That's an amazing idea. I'm excited for this election for the change, Tammy. It's coming. It's coming. The pistachios come out at after 10 p.m.
You know, I thought your show was a little late, but this is when everybody's online.
It is. Who is in charge of those votes? Are they legit? Yes, they are legit. They're talking extra precautions. I watched it today. Yesterday. Ya no den parking tickets in TSC. TSC candidates, those are included in the ballot. Are they? Yeah, no, same ballot, reverse. If you see my Carlos, Frankie's name, you'll see their name. Isn't TSC known to be haunted? Yes. Cut out side of Alejandro today creep me out, especially with him. God!
I didn't bring any of that up.
God. Eddie is watching. Eddie is always watching.
Always.
You should later market your Erasmo cookies in all the HEBs in nationwide. I need to be able to get on me too, man.
Yeah,
guys,
me too.
I might not get up to all the comments, guys. I love you all. Well, where I see something I like. Voting early. Voting early October 13th. Yes, vote Naranjo. Hold on. Bye. Vote Naranjo, creating opportunities. I'm not getting Anselmo Naranjo. Gosh, man. Vote for Anselmo. Vote for
I think Frank really wants a raspa. You guys need to send one over there to San Antonio, man.
You can vote anywhere during your vote. Yes. Curbside voting is here. Jack in the Box should endorse you at Erasmo Preach. See you, Jack in the Box. Love you, Jimmy. So after you're on the board with Minerva, she's not going. Let me tell you, she's not coming back on the board. Are you going to take a picture friend with her at Erasmo? Never. She's her. Hell yeah, send me one. No. I'm very
he likes leche.
Me gusta la leche. I'm very particular about my my raspas. Carlos, last words.
Hey guys, remember tomorrow's day 3. We don't only need more of this, we need a lot more of this. Go ahead and make sure that everybody goes out and votes. Vote for the right people. You need to understand that this is the biggest and most important race, not only for TSC, but for BISD. We will make sure that respect is restored. And the first and foremost important people here is the education of every child. Thank you, guys.
Anselmo, last words.
That's fantastic, Carlos. Erasmo, thank you for letting me come on the show. I love hanging around and chit chatting with Raza, and I know that that's what you and Carlos are. We're from Brownsville, and we're for Brownsville, man. That's what we are. And so I want to let everybody watching the show tell all your friends, tell your family, drag them out there to vote. Vote experience and vote high level of education. That's what we need at the board at TSC, and vote for the person who went through all of BISD schools, TSC, UTB, and onto law school. And my family went there, my mother, my father, my wife, everybody. We represent this community better than any of my opponents. And I ask, go vote for us. You need somebody that's going to hold the board accountable. I'm going to ask those hard questions, and I'm going to make sure that your tax dollars are spent the right way to better this community. Thank you guys for being on this with me and letting me come on the show, Erasmo. Good luck,
No, man,
guys.
you have an open invitation, guys. And look, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Anyone out there that's running for office, you know, make yourself accessible. I mean, I'm accessible to my community 24/7. My community knows that. My community comes and listens to Erasmo a couple times a day. Guys, being transparent, being available for a voter is important and really very, very strange here in our area. But because of technology and the circumstances that we live in now with coronavirus, we have a little bit more time to reach out and to better inform ourselves in regards to what a candidate brings forward. Guys, I've said it before and I'll say it again. And I appreciate everyone that's bringing out food, coming out to vote, driving their family members. I saw a lot of people tell me, stop me, Erasmo, aquí traigo mi tío. I brought him to come and vote. Great, guys. We need more of that. We need more of that. I don't want you to settle. I don't want you to be content. I want you to continue to work these next 3 weeks. Like I mentioned before, we ran the campaign. We put up posters. We did everything we could. Once early voting starts, guys, you take the baton. The baton is now in your hands. Now it's your responsibility. If you want true change, if you want true leadership, you take that baton. And during these 3 weeks, guys, during these 3 weeks, you work it. You work it. You bring your family, you bring your friends, you call, you text, you share posts on Facebook, you share them on Twitter, you share them on Instagram, on TikTok, on everything. It's your turn to work it, guys, because you work it for 3 weeks and you have the opportunity to have us work it for you for 4 years. That's simple, guys.
6 years.
6 years if they change that.
It needs to be 4.
It needs to be 4. Guys, it's great. And then you'll have the opportunity to have met the candidates and you'll know the candidates. So guys, it's in your hands right now. We're going to continue to do our part. We're going to continue to be out there. I'm still going to lose my voice before Friday, before Saturday, but you're worth it, guys. You're worth it. I'm still going to get my sunburned out there because you're worth it. You deserve a fighter. You deserve a champion. You deserve someone that's going to leave it all out there for you, because I will stand with you now, like I've stood with you before, and I'll continue to stand with you in this upcoming future. Guys, be safe, be good to each other, and please be good to me. God bless.